Good morning, students. This is your teacher, Miss Gayatri, and I'm going to explain you today a topic on civics, that is the Union Legislature. The Union Legislature is the lawmaking organ of the Union government. The lawmaking organ of the Union government has a body known as the Parliament. The Parliament or the Union Legislature is composed of the Lok Sabha, the Rajya Sabha and the President. What is the composition of the Union Legislature? The answer is the Lok Sabha, the Rajya Sabha and the President. The Parliament is the body of people's representatives. The Parliament, with its two houses and the President, carries out its all functions. The first house of the Parliament is the Lok Sabha. The Lok Sabha is the lower house and is also known as the House of the People. The lower house of the Parliament, the Lok Sabha, or the House of the People, has its term. The term or the tenure of office of Lok Sabha is 5 years. Once elected in the general elections, the members in the Lok Sabha remain in office for 5 years. But the Lok Sabha can also be dissolved earlier by the President on the advice of the Prime Minister when there is a lack of majority support from the ruling party to the government. The Lok Sabha can get also extended to more than 6 months during the national emergency. Then comes the composition of the Lok Sabha. The Lok Sabha is composed of not more than 552 members. This is the maximum strength of the Lok Sabha. Out of these 552 members, 530 members are elected from different states, 20 members are elected from different union territories, and 2 members are nominated from the Anglo-Indian community by the President. How many members are nominated to the Lok Sabha by the President? Yes, the answer is 2 members. From which community are the members nominated to the Lok Sabha? The answer is Anglo-Indian community. The Lok Sabha, members in the Lok Sabha require qualifications. The qualifications for membership in Lok Sabha: a person seeking election to Lok Sabha should be an Indian citizen. He or she should be at least 25 years old. He or she should have his or her name in the electoral roll, that is also known as the electoral list, maintained by the Election Commissioner. He or she should not be in debt. He or she should not hold any office of profit. He or she should not be a proclaimed criminal and should not be of unsound mind. These are some of the qualifications required to be a member in the Lok Sabha. Next comes the Parliamentary Procedure. The Parliamentary Procedure in the Lok Sabha, the first one is known as the sessions. The sessions are the periodic meetings of the House in the Lok Sabha. What are sessions? They are periodic meetings in the House in the Lok Sabha. There are 3 sessions in a year in the Lok Sabha. The first session in the Lok Sabha is known as the budget session. The second session is the monsoon session. The third session is the winter session. the gap between the two sessions should not be more than 6 months. The first session, the budget session, begins in the month of February and ends by May. This year, in 2020, the budget session had begun on 31st January and is supposed to close by 3rd April. But due to the coronavirus wave, the budget session of Lok Sabha is going to close earlier. The next two sessions are the monsoon sessions and the winter sessions. Monsoon session from July to August and winter session from November to December. What is the maximum gap allowed between the two sessions? It is not more than 6 months. After knowing about the 3 sessions, we shall next know about the quorum. What is quorum? Quorum is the minimum number of members required to be present in the Lok Sabha to carry out its business or proceedings in the House. The present strength of the Lok Sabha is 545 members and the quorum of Lok Sabha is its 1/10, that is 55. What is the quorum required in the Lok Sabha? It is 1/10 of its strength, that is 55. Next comes the question hour. What is question hour? The first hour of every working day in the Lok Sabha is reserved for asking questions. The question hour starts at 11 a.m. and ends at 12 noon. During the question hour, the members in the Lok Sabha have a right to ask questions about the decisions and policies made by various ministers. The right given to each member to ask question is known as the right of interpellation. All members of Lok Sabha have the right to ask questions to seek information from the government about the policies and the decisions made in the Parliament. After knowing about the parliamentary sessions, the quorum, the question hour, the next we are going to learn is motion. A motion is a proposal set by the opposition. The first is the no confidence motion. A proposal to express lack of confidence in the ministry, that is majority support from the ruling party to the ministry. The Council of Ministers is responsible collectively to the Lok Sabha. The motion is moved by the opposition. The House grants leave to move the no confidence motion with support of at least 50 members. Within 10 days, the motion is discussed, debated and voted. If passed, the government or the ruling party dissolves and all ministers along with the Prime Minister collectively lose their position, and this is left for a new election to be held in the Lok Sabha. Or the situation will be decided by the President as per his discretionary power. The next motion is the Adjournment Motion. The Adjournment Motion is a motion or proposal demanded by the opposition to lay aside all other business that are fixed as per the agenda and take up a definite matter of urgent importance, which may be as big as a massive railway accident. On subjects such as railway accident or any other natural calamity, an adjournment motion is passed. Adjournment motions are generally allowed on subjects like railway accident wherein resulting the death of several persons, a daring dacoity, some natural calamity like earthquake, a devastating flood or a tornado, or any other communal tension in the country. In such a situations, if the ministers ask question, they will not be able to answer because they have not come prepared. While during the general sessions, they come prepared to give answer to all the questions because a notice of the questions are given before 21 days or more. Hence, this is a trap for the running government by the opposition to ask various questions and not allow them to answer and handle the situation properly. Thus, an adjournment motion is a check by the members of parliament to the executive. Let us now quickly recap what we have learned now. First, we learnt about the union legislature as the law-making body, the parliament, the legislature, its composition. They are the Lok Sabha, the Rajya Sabha and the President. The Parliament is a body of the people's representatives. The members of Lok Sabha first. The Lok Sabha is also known as the lower house or the house of the people. The term of Lok Sabha is 5 years. It can be dissolved earlier by the President and extended for a later date even by the President. The composition of the Lok Sabha is not more than 552, which is the maximum strength. 532 are elected from various states, 20 are elected from union territories, and 2 are nominated from the Anglo-Indian community by the President. How many members are nominated to the Lok Sabha? Yes, the answer is 2 members. To become a member of Lok Sabha, certain qualifications are required. A person seeking election should be an Indian citizen. He or she should be at least of 25 years old, should have his or her name in the electoral roll, should not be in debt, should not hold any office of profit, should not be a proclaimed criminal, and should not be of unsound mind. In the Lok Sabha, certain parliamentary procedures are held. The first one is sessions. What are sessions? They are periodic meetings held in the house in the Lok Sabha. How many sessions are there? There are 3 sessions in a year. They are the budget session, the monsoon session and the winter session. What is the maximum gap allowed between the 2 sessions? It is 6 months. Then quorum, the minimum number of members required to be present in the Lok Sabha. Then question hour, the first hour of every day during the sessions. It begins at 11 a.m. Then comes the no confidence motion. If the opposition passes a proposal to express lack of confidence, they can do so, and the Council of Ministers collectively are responsible to the Lok Sabha. If the no confidence motion is passed, then the ruling party loses power and it is left to the President's discretion to hold an election or allow somebody else to run the government. It may be the opposition party, as it was a situation recently in the state of Madhya Pradesh. The adjournment motion is the next motion. The opposition members put the proposal to lay aside the subjects or the business of the day as decided in the agenda and discuss and make the Lok Sabha members force them to discuss on certain urgent importance topics. If such a situation arises, the minister in charge will not be able to answer the questions of the opposition. Hence, they may fail to answer and lead to the fall of the government. This is all for now. With more, I shall come next. Till then, keep smiling, stay home and stay safe.